You are listening to Twisted Morals Chapter 19, written and created by Jasper BlackLace, audio by Kawushi. Travis's POV. Seeing that petite woman walk in with that tall-ass man and two children, I didn't really know what to think. All I know is, I don't trust them. I knew my priorities were to protect my wife and kids. We found this place relatively quickly after everything went down, and we've been hiding in the storage closet ever since. Well, yes, I know pointing a gun at a kid is not the smartest thing to do, especially with two relatively young-looking, I guess, parents by their side. Give them candy and say welcome to the party? Fuck no. I don't know these people, but that didn't stop me from feeling guilty about the whole thing. Especially considering now they're willing to help us get into the main part of the mall, which we've been trying to get into for the last week or so. Both of them detached the boys from themselves and let them run into the back of the room, where our kids were. All of them were so small. Really small. Our world had become something where they can no longer grow, learn, or become proper adults. I really regret holding that gun to those kids. Well, I was offered my own little world, getting guilt-tripped by my own actions. I heard the muffled sounds of the woman and man speaking to each other quickly and quietly. "Hey, dude, what's your name?" A small woman turned to look at me with a sharp gaze in her eye. I don't blame her, but if looks could kill, I would be burning in the pits of hell by now. "It's Travis. Travis Parker." She continued her glare at me as she walked toward me and pointed her finger at my chest. Her head barely reached up to my chin as I looked down at her. "If you want us to help you, you gotta help us too. I'm assuming this woman is your partner of some kind. She has to watch the kids. Our kids are very adventurous, and I do not doubt in my mind one of them, if not both, would follow us into this room without a second thought. I can't allow that to happen because I can't be watching out for them along with the three of us." "What do you mean by the three of us? I thought I made myself clear when I said it would just be you going in there. And my wife will not be doing anything unless she wants to." She stared at me with wide eyes before looking down at the ground, before turning and walking towards the door. "I can't force you to follow us in here. But if you want some of the goods, there's no way you're not helping. Considering you held a gun to my head and to those boys, the least you can do is put your life on the line to get some of the supplies so they can survive. We need to think of it realistically. 2 against whatever the number of infected creatures that are in there is far less effective than 3. I'm not telling you to do anything. All I'm doing is asking you to be of help so all of us can get out of here, and hopefully with some more supplies. And frankly, it seems that your wife seems okay with watching the kids, considering she's already doing that." She looked back over to her companion, I don't know the name of, and he looked back at me. I glanced back to my wife to see if she was already helping one of the boys change into warmer clothes. She's always been a nurturing woman. It's the main reason why I love her so much. "Fear takes us by the throat and strangles us until we fight back. If you sit here and wait for us to come back, and we never do, will you be able to do what we never did to make it back alive? Not to mention their gross poetics, but they're making me feel like a fool. Yes, I'm terrified. Who in their right mind wouldn't be? Not to mention if I die in there, my wife's alone with 2 extra kids. I'm not an asshole. Well, honestly, I might be a little bit of an asshole, but that's not the reason I don't want to go in there. I can't just leave my wife with 2 extra kids that we don't have the food for either. Why do you think I'm asking you to go in there instead of myself? I'm being selfish on purpose, and I know that. Who wouldn't be selfish in this situation? There's only so much you could accomplish while being selfish in this situation. The smartest idea here would be to help us and get as many supplies as we can and travel together. I was honestly hoping we could see eye to eye on this and work together. I can't force you to understand where I'm coming from, and I can't force you to come with us either. We need the food for those kids to survive, so we don't have another choice. All I know is that Sage and I will be going through the store, and we will not come back until we succeed. If you choose not to come with us, please, just protect the kids. They don't deserve any of this. The girl looked away from me before she slowly opened the door. She gave the boys a curt nod and a smile before she pushed through the door and disappeared into the darkness. She's right, you know. It would be smarter to work together than to work apart. I can't promise that we are completely trustworthy, just as you can't do the same. But the one thing I am sure of is that she keeps her word, and when you come with us, she won't leave you behind. What makes you so sure that I'm coming with you? The fact that you picked up your bag and just put it on your shoulders and are reaching for your shotgun kind of says you are. He was right. I had grabbed my bag and my gun, and before I knew it, I was walking through the door he was holding open for me. I could hear my wife calling my name and telling me she loved me as the door shut behind me. You have completed Twisted Morals Chapter 19, written and created by Jasper BlackLace, audio by Kawushi. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.